how to protect your toy collection from your kids. Going to give you 5 valuable safeguarding tips to protect your toy collection. Stick around for number 5, because number 5 is the most important one that you need to know about protecting your toy collection, your collection in general, from your kids. You've got to know this one. It's very valuable. Granted, some of my kids have grown up. They're all older, but I have a couple of young kids still. So these are safeguarding practices that I like to use. And you can comment below if you have any thoughts on how to protect your collection from kids. Let's do this. Number 1, a room that's just for your collectibles, if possible, to where they know they can't go in there without you. I know some situations might be harder. You don't have a spot where they can't go, but that's okay. If you can, make a spot for just your section for your collectibles where they can go. Number 2, in some cases, depending on how expensive they are, buy more than one of them and let them play with that other one. Because, some toys aren't that expensive, and if you get a couple, and have them there, and that way they know, okay, they can play with some of these, and just with your guidance or without, depending on the situation, you know your kids better than I do. Number 3, talk to them about your collection. Tell them why you collect, what the items are, the nostalgia of it all. Give them stories. Build a relationship with your kids through your toys. I bet you never thought you could really do that, but you can. Build a relationship just in talking about your nostalgia, your past, and how things were when you were a kid. They'll like that. Like if you like that. Number 4, have a section in your collection, like a shelf, that's just for them. Like maybe it's a part of your collection. You're like, I might be want to get rid of them someday, or if they're not in that great of a shape, but they just bring joy to you. Have a little section on a shelf. Have their name on it, where they're like, okay, guys, this is your shelf and this is your shelf, and if they decide, hey, there's ones they have them pick which toys they want out of this group, and then have a little shelf. And that's what I would do. I have a little section where they can play with that. They know that they can mess with that. And if they're a little bit older, they understand that you don't have to be around. Just say, okay, there, just do this. And number 5. Before we get to number 5, I want to thank you guys for watching today. If you like these tips, comment them below. Your thoughts on the tips. Like, subscribe, make the world go round. And follow us on Instagram at I Love Loose Figures. Alright, number 5. This one's going to blow your mind. Play with your kids. If they're old enough to play with toys, take the time to play with them with the toys. Interact with them. Have fun with them. Pretend like you're a kid again. Because if we're collecting, we're all still kids at heart. Even if you're too hard to think that, you're still a kid at heart. Because you're collecting toys that you had when you were a kid. Now you're an adult and you're buying toys. Play with them. That's what toys are for. And you can bond with your kids. Have fun playing with your kids. You don't get that time back. All the collectibles in the world, your most valuable collectible is your kids. Even though you don't collect kids, you don't go, I just want this one, I want that. No, but they're your most valuable possession, man. Take care of them kids. May the vote be with you.